Hi everyone, welcome to Numeric Learning. So in today's video, let us practice problems from the unit real numbers. On an everyday basis or whenever I can, okay, I will be sending you questions and I will also be solving questions. Okay, so today, right now, we will solve a few MCQs, very short type questions and a 3-mark question from real numbers. You can also try it along with me. Right, the first question is HCF of even prime number and 10 is. Okay, so you are asked HCF of a even prime number and 10. So let's take an even, which is the only even prime number, it is 2. Okay, so the even prime number is 2. You have to find the HCF of 2 and 10. Right, so what is it for 2? When you do the prime factorization of 2, it is just 2. What is the prime factorization of 10? It is 2 multiplied by 5. Correct? So I am just going to make the factors equal and I will add a 5 to the power 0, which is 1. Now HCF means you will be taking the lowest powers. Okay, you will be taking the lowest power of the common factor. So for 2, what is the lowest power? It is 2. For 5, the lowest power is 5 to the power 0. Okay, so the answer is 2 multiplied by any number raised to the power 0 is 1. So the answer is 2. So the option A is the correct answer. Right. Moving on to the next one. You are given P and Q are two prime numbers. What do you mean by prime numbers? Numbers that have only two factors, that is 1 and itself. What is the LCM? Okay, so whenever you have two prime numbers, okay, say P and Q, right? So the prime factorization you cannot do the prime factorization of prime numbers. For example, 2, it will still be 2. Q, it will still be Q. Okay, so for example, suppose the P is nothing but 2, okay, and Q is another prime number, say 3. What will be the LCM? LCM will be the product of 2 and 3. So the LCM would be the product of P and Q. Okay, so for 2 and 3, the LCM of 2 and 3 will be 2 into 3, which is 6. Now, what does it mean? What does it mean by when I say the lowest common multiple or least common multiple of 2 and 3 is 6? What do I mean by it? When you write the multiplication table of 2, okay, so 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4, 2 3s are 6, 2 4s are 8, 2 5s are 10, and it goes on. If I write the multiplication table of 3, 3 1s are 3, 3 2s are 6, 3 3s are 9, 3 4s are 12, 3 5s are 15, and it goes on, right? Which is the lowest common multiple? These are all multiples, right? See, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, these are all multiples of 2. That means 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10 can easily perfectly get divided by 2. And 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, these are all the numbers which can be perfectly be divided by 3. Now, which is that common multiple that can get the smallest, the lowest common multiple? How many are common here, first of all? See, 6 is common, right? If I write some more, I'll be getting more common multiples. But right now, you can find 6 is common, lowest common multiple. So 6 is that lowest or smallest number that can get divided by both 2 and 3. Okay, so both 2 and 3 can divide 6 easily or perfectly without leaving a remainder. That is what is meant by the least common multiple or LCM. Okay, so lowest common multiple. 6 is the smallest number which can get divided by both 2 and 3. Okay, so whenever you are asked, find the smallest number that can get divided by A and B, which means what? You have to take LCM. I have gone in depth of making you understand what is the meaning of LCM. But here in our question, P and Q are prime numbers. So the LCM would be just the product of the two prime numbers. So the answer is D is 2 into Q. Let's move on to the next question. Find the sum of the exponents of prime factors in the prime factorization of 196. First of all, let us do the prime factorization of 196. So start with 2, 2 9s are 18, remainder 1, 16, 2 8s are 16. Again 2, 2 4s are 8, and then 2 9s are 18. And the minute you see 49, which is a perfect square, 7 7s are 49. So the prime factorization of 196 is nothing but 2 square multiplied by 7 square. Okay, and whenever you have a raised to the power b, a is nothing but your base and b is nothing but your exponent. So what is the exponent of 2 here? It's 2. What is the exponent of 7? It's also 2. So these two are nothing but these are the exponents. Okay, and what are you asked? You are asked to find the sum of the exponents of the prime factors. So the prime factors are 2 and 7. So the exponents of 2 and 7 are 2 and 2. Okay, both are 2. So the sum of exponents is nothing but equal to 2 plus 2, which is equal to 4. That's your correct answer. Okay. So you have to do it fast, right? So when you're in the exam, if you are asked, this would be probably a 1 mark question. So you have to be really quick. Let's do the next question. The question is, if two positive numbers a and b are expressible in the form of a equal to pq square and b equal to p cube into q, where p and q are prime numbers, then find the LCM. Very easy. You are given what is a, right? A and b are two positive numbers which are expressed in the form of a is equal to pq square. Okay, I'm going to separate it and write p to the power 1 into q square, and b is nothing but p cube into q. So p to the power 3 multiplied by q. Okay, so p and q are prime numbers, which means this is the prime factorization. You are asked to find LCM. So what do you mean by for LCM? What do you have to take? You have to take the highest power of all factors. Highest power of all factors. So the LCM of a and b will be, take the highest power. So you first power is p. Okay, so for p as a prime factor, what is the highest power? Is it 1 or 3? It is 3. Okay, so I'm gonna write the first prime factor is p and the highest power of p among the two is 3, multiplied by the next prime factor is q and the highest power 1, q to the power 1, q to the power 2. Which is the highest power? It is q to the power 2. Okay, so the answer is p cube q square. That's your final answer. That's your LCM. Okay, in case if you are asked HCF, it's not asked here, but if you are asked to find HCF of a and b, you have to take the lowest power. Okay, so lowest power is nothing but for p it's p to the power 1, for q it is q to the power 1. Okay, this is not asked, but in case if you are asked to find HCF also, you should be able to do it. Okay, next, right, let's go to the next question. So here you are given, if LCM of a and 18 is 36 and HCF of a and 18 is 2, you are given LCM and you are given HCF. Find the value of a, and one of the numbers is given to you. Okay, the numbers are a and 18. So now the minute you have, you know LCM, you know HCF, and you know one of the number, so you have to immediately apply the formula. So I am going to write, we know that, you should be knowing that the product of LCM into HCF is equal to the product of the two numbers, namely a and b. Okay, so one of the number is a, which we have to find, and the other number is 18. What is the LCM? LCM of a and 18 is 36 multiplied by what is the HCF is 2. Okay, so a is equal to, bring 18 to the denominator here. So 18 will come to the denominator here. Okay. So A is equal to 36 multiplied by 2 divided by 18. So 18 into 2 is 36 and 2 into 2 is 4. So A is equal to 4 is our answer. Okay. So remember this formula, LCM into HCF is equal to A into B. Okay, so we have done 5 questions now. Next question. Do pause the video and please make sure that you are also able to solve it independently. Okay, let's move on to the last question of today's video. Okay, the question is, if HCF of 408 and 1032 is expressible in the form of 1032n minus 408 into 5, then find n. Okay, so it's very easy. Let us first of all, let's take the HCF and find out what it is. Okay, so let's do the prime factorization of 408. Start with 2, so 2 2s are 4, 0 2 4s are 8, again 2, 2 1s are, again 2 2s are 4, okay, again 2, 2 5s are 10, 2 1s are, right, and then 3, 3 1s are 3 and 3 7s are 21. So this is the prime factorization of 408. So 408 is nothing but 2 cube multiplied by 3 multiplied by 17. Now let me do the prime factorization of 1032 as well. So 2 5s are 10, 2 1s are 2, 2 6 are 12. Again 2 2s are 4, 2 5s are 10, 2 8s are 16. Again 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4, 2 9s are 18. Correct? And then I'll go with 3. 3 4s are 12 and 3 3s are 9. 43 is a prime number. Okay. So 1032 can be written as 2 cube multiplied by, 2 cube multiplied by 3 multiplied by 43. 43. Okay, I'm going to make the powers equal. So here I'm going to add 43 to the power 0. Okay. 43 to the power 0, and here I'm going to write 17 to the power 0. So now what is the HCF? HCF will be the lowest power, right? So what is the lowest power of 2? For 2 as a prime factor, the lowest power is it's common, so it's 2 cube. For 3, it's again 3. For 17, it is 17 to the power 0. And for 43, it is again 43 to the power 0. So these two will cancel out to be 1 each. Okay. So 2 cube is 8. 8 multiplied by 3, which is 24. Okay. So now 24, that is HCF is nothing but HCF of the two numbers is 24. 24 is expressed in the form of 1032m minus 408 into 5. So let me tell you a mistake that students normally make. Okay. So 24 is equal to whatever we have got. 24 is equal to this expression. You have to find the unknown variable m. Okay, the value of m here. So 24 is equal to, I'm going to write 24 is equal to, what is the given expression? 1032m minus 408 multiplied by 5. Okay. Now 24 I'm going to write in terms of the prime factors itself. Okay. It's 2 cube multiplied by 3 equal to 1032. We have already done the prime factorization, right? So I'm going to rewrite the same. So 2 cube multiplied by 3 multiplied by 43, and there is an m here. Okay, so I'm going to write multiplied by m minus, for 408 also I have the prime factorization here, which is 2 cube multiplied by 3 multiplied by 17, and along with the prime factorization of 408, I have to add a 5 also. So multiplied by 5. Okay. So from these two, I will take 2 cube multiplied by 3. I will take it out common. So inside I will have 43m minus, I will have 17 multiplied by 5. Okay. Here I will have 2 cube multiplied by 3. Okay. So here if this particular term, okay, comes to the denominator, what will have? You'll have 2 cube multiplied by 3 divided by 2 cube multiplied by 3, right? These will cancel out to be 1. So 1 is equal to 43m minus 17 multiplied by 5. Okay. Now 43m equal to this entire minus, this will go to the other end. So it will become what? You already have a 1 here. So 1 plus, what is 17 multiplied by 5? It's 85. 1 plus 85. Okay, this 1 is something which you should not miss. Okay, so which is nothing but 86. So 43m is equal to 86 and m is equal to 86 divided by 43, which is 2. Okay, so the value of m is 2. Now here, one of the most important thing to do is when you cancel out these terms on either of the end, you will still have a 1 here. Okay, so this 1, if you miss out this 1, okay, it should be 1 plus 7. So minus of 17 into 5, this will go to this end. So it will become 1 plus 17 into 5, which is 85. So this 1 plus is most important. If you miss out on this 1, then you will not be getting a whole number as your answer. Okay, so that's all for today. I don't have any more questions for now. So we have solved 6 different questions, and this question probably was asked for 3 marks in one of the previous year's paper. So hope you understood. Let me know your feedback in the comments if you like my video, and please do share it with your friends and do not forget to subscribe. Happy learning. Thank you.